I just don't want to go to that courtroom, Mr. Corey.
I know, Vivian.
If I was going to say anything to harm Mrs. Corey, I would just die.
The truth can't harm Mrs. Corey, remember that?
No. But the way the district attorney twists it all around can hurt her.
Yes, but Brian is going to be there to see that that doesn't happen.
I keep thinking of some way to try to keep cool, not get upset, but I don't know whether I can pull that off in front of all those people.
Yes, you can. Brian says just say a simple yes or no answer whenever you can.
Yes, sir. I know I'm going to try that.
I know, and you're going to do just fine, Vivian.
I don't know why I'm feeling sorry for myself.
No.
You're the one that's got to listen to Mr. Colton say all those awful things about Mrs. Corey, and then that whole business about Janice Frame trying to poison you.
No, but it's all necessary for Rachel's defense, Vivian. We have to do it.
Are you going to be there the whole time?
Of course I am. I wouldn't let her go through this alone.
No, she needs your strength.
I would go through anything for her. Anything.
Hi, Larry.
What do you want, Blaine?
It's a nice, friendly, brotherly greeting.
You're the last person I expected to see today.
Or wanted to see.
What are you doing here?
I came to visit Clarice.
Well, she's not at home.
Where is she?
She took Nancy to school.
Nancy?
Ada's daughter?
Yeah, I know who Nancy is. But why did Clarice take her to school? Is there something wrong with Ada?
Ada wanted to get out to Mac and Rachel's.
Do you mind if I come in and wait?
Well, suppose I said no.
Are you saying no?
Come on in. I don't care what you do. One way or the other.
Did you and Clarice have a big fight this morning or something?
No.
Then what is eating you?
Just seeing you makes me think of that bum you live with.
Oh, I should have known.
You know, Rachel Corey is going on trial today for murder, while Jordan Scott's just walking around free. That's what's eating me.
Hello? Mom? Marianne, good morning, darling.
Did I wake you?
No, I'm just getting ready to go to the office.
Oh, you're still working down at Corey Publishing?
Well, yes, until Rachel's trial is over and Mac gets back to the office.
I read in the paper that Rachel's trial starts today.
Yes, it does. Well, tell me, darling, are you a full-fledged registered nurse?
Yes, I called you after the capping ceremony.
No, darling, I know that you were very upset about that call, but, honey, I promise you, I'm all right now.
I wasn't sure if you still wanted me to come home or not.
Oh, darling, nothing in the world I want more than to have you home with me again.
If it's not a good time, I can go to Florida to see Michael.
It's a perfect time, honey.
You sure I won't be in the way?
Yes. I know. You're not going to be in the way. Sweetheart, have you talked to your grandfather?
Yes, last night.
Well, did he tell you that I'm okay?
Yes, but,
Well, I am, sweetheart. I am okay. And I'm going to do everything I can to make your visit just the most perfect visit you've ever had. Please come home, Marianne. Please.
all right. I will, Mom.
Okay. Hey, now, listen, I think I better prepare you for the party that Liz is going to give to you.
Oh, Mom, I don't want a party.
Well, now, listen, it'll be kind of fun. You can see all your old friends, and Liz is so excited about it.
Okay, I guess I can manage. Mom, I have to go. I'm at the hospital, and nurse's station's getting a little busy. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Well, tell me what flight you're on.
Well, Granddad said he'd pick me up at the airport, so I'll call him when I know.
Okay, I can't wait.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, Marianne. Thanks again.
Come on, Pat. There's no need to thank me.
I'm grateful to you, Philip.
You did all the work. I was just there.
Well, your being there is what made the difference.
You want some more coffee?
No, I don't. Do you?
No, I better get myself together and get to work. I've got to grab a change first.
Okay. That's probably Aunt Liz. And the poor dear's in for another shock. Good morning, Aunt Liz. Pat.
Good morning, Liz. Pat, have you seen my tie?
It should be with your jacket.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Did you put the manuscripts in the brief?
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, then. See you at the complex.
All right. Marianne just called Aunt Liz. Aren't you interested to hear what she had to say? Well, she's coming home tomorrow, and everything is all right. All right! How could you say all right? Because it is. I'm excited to see my daughter, and she's excited to see me.
Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what kind of a man Philip Lyon is? Do you know what you're involved in?
None of that could matter less.
Could
right
matter less?
now.
That man...
I was able to talk to my daughter, to convince her, to reassure her. And that's all that matters.
Pat, please listen to me.
No, honey, you look at me. I'm all right, don't you understand? And Philip is responsible for that. I'll always be grateful to him for it. Well, I'm ready to go to the office. How about you?
I'd like to be in the courtroom with you today.
I have to do this alone, Charlie. Rachel is my daughter, and I can't think about anything or anybody else. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I understand.
Thanks, Charlie. You're quite a guy, you know.
Well, I keep telling you that handsome Charlie Hobson is a very special person.
Yeah, well, handsome Charlie Hobson is right.
Well, you want to have me buzz off so you can talk to Rachel alone? As a matter of fact, this is your last chance to convince her to tell Brian that Mitch is the father of the baby.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, honey, that's not fair. Now, Brian has to go into the courtroom to defend her, and he doesn't know the whole story.
Well, it's Rachel's decision not to tell him.
That decision's rather awkward for you, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Well, it certainly is. They're going to call you to testify, and to testify, you have to tell the truth.
I know that.
Well, you can't tell the truth and keep your promise to her, too.
I think I can.
Honey, Rachel slept with Mitch merely to save Mac. Now, Mac's going to understand that. He's going to forgive her for that.
What about the baby?
What about the baby?
What if the baby should find out that its mother killed its father? That's why I'm going along with Rachel on this.
You think that's what's best for her?
Yes, I do, when I put myself in her shoes.
Is it easier for you to put yourself in her shoes?
No, it isn't, Charlie. It's harder. Because I know what she's going through right now. Terror.
didn't expect to see you here.
Hiya.
Neither did I.
So how come you were out so early?
Oh, I had a lot of errands to run today.
But aren't you tired? I know you don't get home from the arena till real late.
Oh, it's okay. I had plenty of sleep. So how are you doing anyway?
Okay, I dropped Nancy off at school so Papa and Ada could go to Rachel's.
Yeah, Larry told me.
Hey, have you been here for a while?
No, only a few minutes.
Well, how about some coffee?
Oh, I'd love some.
Hey, honey, how's Ada?
Oh, she's real scared, honey. She's real scared about Rachel. I don't think she slept hardly at all last night.
Yeah, but a guy like Jordan Scott, on the other hand, he never has a sleepless night, does he, Blaine?
Honey, don't pick on Blaine.
Hey, she's living with the guy.
He's been on the tirade about Jordan ever since I got here.
Hey, you expect me to close my eyes to the fact that he's a bum because he buys you some expensive gifts and puts you up in a fancy suite in Bayview Towers?
Honey, why don't you go jogging?
Or maybe you just better leave now for the courthouse. Don't you have to go testify against Rachel
now,
today?
You cut it out too, Blaine.
I am not going to sit here and listen to Mr. Righteous say things about me and Jordan when
he... You don't have to sit here at all as far as I'm concerned. You can just get on back to your fancy suite.
I did not come here to see you. I came here to visit with Clarice.
Will you two calm down? You're not going to solve anything by yelling at each other.
There's only one way we're going to solve the problem that Blaine and I have, and she knows exactly what it is. She's just not going to do it.
Don't you have to be in court today?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you get dressed?
Hello, Mrs. Ewing.
Jordan, what are you doing here? Is there something wrong?
No, I just wanted to talk to you.
Well, our number's listed in the phone book.
I was downtown on some business. I was on my way to the arena, and I stopped by to see if Blaine would like to go with me.
This early?
We have some job applicants coming in this morning.
And you want me to meet them?
You are the hostess. You're going to be working with some of them.
Yeah. I would like to have a say on who's hired then.
I think it's a good idea, too.
Okay, Clarice, I'm sorry. I can't stay.
That's okay, honey. You come back anytime you want.
Thank you.
It's too bad that invitation can't come from your brother, too.
Larry is kind of grouchy in the morning.
You have a very high opinion of me, do you?
No, I don't.
Listen, let's go, okay? Please.
Larry, I just wanted to let you know that there are some cops I personally have no trouble with. See ya. Goodbye.
Please go.
I don't know why he's always hitting me with that some cops line.
Oh, Jamie, I hate to see you so upset.
Well, Mom needs my support now more than ever.
Do you think that it would help if you went to the courtroom today?
That's impossible. Look at my book. Look at it. It's filled.
Oh, believe me, I can handle these for you. The company is not going to collapse just because you take a day off to spend with your mother.
Well, I would like to be there the first day of the trial.
Well, then you should go.
Here's the memo on the Waterson contract.
Thank you, Liz.
Mac wants to see you before any decision is made.
Liz, send the file out to the house so Mac can look through it tonight, and also inform legal that they'll have to hold out on it until they hear from Mac or me.
Liz, is Pat in?
Yes.
Jamie.
Yes. Hi, Philip.
Editor's reports.
Oh.
A lot of work done last night.
Oh, right. Okay, good. Could you handle the meeting with Mrs. Sample this morning?
Sure.
Thank you. Liz, also cancel all my appointments for the rest of the day. Cecile will be able to handle the ones that you can't reach.
You're going to court?
Yes, I would like to be there when my mother arrives.
Oh.
Listen, Jamie, is there anything I can do for you?
Think you can handle another manuscript?
You bet.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Jamie, don't worry about a thing. We'll hold down the fort here.
Thank you. Listen, I'll go out with you. Okay, Phil?
Give my best to Rachel.
I will. Thank you, Cecile.
You're welcome, Jamie. Liz, Do you have these appointments in your calendar, or do you need the book?
No, I have them all in my book.
I think Rachel will feel a lot better now that Jamie's close to her.
Yes, I'm sure she will.
Okay, if it's all right with you, I'm going to stay in Mac's office and try to get some things done for Jamie, all right?
Cecile, do you have a moment?
Of course. You seem upset about something.
I really need your help.
Sure, what is it?
Philip Lyons.
Oh, dear, what's he done now?
No, it's not what he's done, it's what he's going to do.
And what's that?
Well, he's going to break Pat's heart just the way he broke yours.
Well, we can't have him do that, can we?
He had just stayed in Europe and resumed his old life.
Well, there's still a chance that he may do that.
No, not before he ruins Pat's life.
He's been spending a lot of time with her since he's returned from Switzerland, hasn't he?
Far too much time.
Pat does seem better.
Oh, I know she's pulled herself together for that man, but I don't want to see her get her heart broken again.
No, neither do I.
Honey, are you still mad that Jordan came over here?
Well, I hope he doesn't make a habit out of it.
Well, I don't think you will, so forget him.
How am I supposed to forget him when he's living with my sister?
You've done everything to change that, but Blaine won't listen to you, so just give up and try to accept it and stop letting it get to you.
I'm never going to accept that.
What's really got you upset is that crack you made about cops taking bribes. That's it, isn't it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Do you think Jordan would really bribe a cop?
Yeah, I think he would.
Do you think he's tried?
He hasn't been in town long enough.
Well, I don't think any of your friends on the force are the type who'd take a bribe. Although you do read about that kind of thing happening.
Oh, yeah, sure. Newspapers print sensational stuff. Especially stuff that discredits the police department.
You know, Allison told me about this cop that they knew. His kid was sick and got in the hospital for like 6 months, and all these bills piled up, so he took some money from the wrong guy, and he got in over his head.
So he went on the take?
Yeah, they caught him. And then they had to move out of town because none of their friends would have anything to do with him.
Yeah, you know, everybody expects us to be heroes. And they want us to do it on salaries that we can't even afford to feed our families on.
Well, they just don't know any better, honey.
Well, they know enough to hate us for doing our job. You know how screwed up that can make your mind, Clarice? It makes you feel like you deserve to take a bribe.
Well, if Jordan's planning to bribe anybody on the basic police force, he better make some other plans. I don't think anybody would be willing to risk his badge and his friends just for some extra money, do you?
You don't know what somebody might do if they got in a bind.
Well, I think he's barking up the wrong tree.
I gotta go to work.
Honey?
Yeah.
I love you, and we'll find a way to keep Blaine away from that man.
Mom? Honey, hi.
Vivian said you were down here.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to take you away from Amanda.
It's okay.
You sure you don't want to spend a couple more minutes
Oh,
with her?
she's all involved with her blocks. Oh. I'm awfully thankful that she's too young to know what's going on.
So am I.
Vivian said Charlie had brought you here.
Oh, yeah, well, he had to get back to work.
Oh. Life goes on, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. How do I look?
You look beautiful.
Is this okay?
It's beautiful.
Do I have too much makeup?
No.
Where's Mac?
Mac's getting the station wagon. He wants to drive you into town himself.
You're coming with us, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. It's right what I told Charlie.
Well, what was right?
Oh, never mind.
No, tell me.
No, some other time, honey. I will tell you, though, that I'm going to be right behind you in everything you want to do.
You are?
Yeah. I'll be right behind you in the courtroom, too. Brian got me a front row seat.
Oh.
I just want you to know, honey, that whatever you do, I believe in. I want you to know that.
You sure?
Yes, I thought it all out, and that's my decision.
I thought about telling Brian about the baby last night. But I'd have to tell Mac. And I can't do that, Mom. It would destroy him.
You have to do what you feel.
I'd give up part of my life to bring Mitch back.
I know you would.
I could never kill anybody. Even Mitch knew that. When I pulled the gun on him, he laughed and he said, if there's one thing I know, it's that you can never pull that trigger. And he was right. I couldn't do it. But then... Anyway, now I have Mac's life in my hands. And I'd go to hell before I would destroy him, too.
I know that. I'm with you, honey. Oh, Pat, you have a meeting with Cecile.
Yes, I'm waiting outside her office for her.
Tell Pat that I'll meet with her here instead of in my office. Jamie went to the courthouse to be with Rachel, so I'm taking care of a few matters for him.
How nice of you.
Would you please have a seat?
Thank you.
What are these?
Oh, the top article is the one on helping children adjust to divorce.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of it?
I think that it has a few problems, but I recommend it for the February issue if there's space.
Mm-hmm. You divorced your husband, didn't you?
Yes, John and I were divorced.
So you have some perspective on the subject.
Well, my children were older and they understood what was going on, but yes, it was a very rough time for them.
Do you think that this article speaks to the major problems?
Yes, I do.
Liz is very excited about your daughter's visit to Bay City.
So am I.
She says that the two of you get along quite well. What's her name, Marianne?
Yes. Now, the other articles need a lot of work. And the one on budgeting your time is just so boring and overdone that I don't think we should fool with it.
All right. I'll read it tonight, and I'll make a decision. Oh, Pat, do you have a moment to discuss a personal matter?
I'd rather stick to business if you don't mind.
Yes, so would I, but your aunt asked me to warn you about our old friend Philip.
I have work to do.
Are you going to see Philip now?
I'm going to my office.
Well, would you mind giving him a message for me?
No messages, Cecile, unless it has to do with business.
Perhaps I won't tell anyone that Jenna Vanucci's going to be my house guest next week. While I work out a story on men like Philip in Europe and here.
You don't have a police record, do you?
Oh, no, sir. You can check. I'm bonded because I worked the cash register on my last job.
Suzanne, do you enjoy people?
Oh, yes, I do.
Good. What this job requires is somebody that's intelligent, friendly, and I think has to have a good sense of responsibility.
Well, is the job more than just waitressing?
Oh, yes, it's much more, because sometimes you have to make decisions on things. For example, if somebody has a little bit too much to drink, we try to keep them away from gambling.
No. That must be kind of hard to do.
Well, yeah, sometimes it is, yeah.
Well, if you'll give me a chance, I think I could be good at this.
Okay, well, we'll give you a call in a day or two.
We'd like to see all the people that have applied just so we can make our decision and be fair to everyone.
I understand. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. Very nice to meet you, Suzanne.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Do you want me to send the next person in?
No, let's take a break. They're all starting to look alike to me.
Oh, I thought Suzanne was very pretty, didn't you?
She's not bad. You know, you really have a way of putting people to ease.
Well, I remember what it was like trying to find work. It's really awful.
Oh. Was finding your job here at the arena so awful for you?
Now, Jordan, you know very well that I did not apply for the job as hostess here. And you know that you didn't interview me here in this office.
No, I didn't.
And I think you know that it wasn't awful.
Listen, about this morning, I hope you weren't upset with me for showing up at Clarice and Larry's.
No, I was scared to death. I thought that something was wrong.
Well, like what?
I don't know. Maybe the arena burned down or you were in a terrible accident or something.
Well, you're an optimist, aren't you?
You know how much I worry about you.
That means you care.
Well, if you don't know by now how much I care, I guess you never will you?
And you're not sorry for moving in with me?
Do I look sorry? Do I act sorry?
No. But your brother sure is.
Larry was in a lousy mood this morning.
He could be in the best mood in the world. He'd still hate me.
You know, he's sort of old-fashioned, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Well, that is his problem, not ours. But when you say things like some cops, it just makes matters worse. Nothing upsets Larry more than thinking that there might be a member of the police force that takes bribes.
Well, there are always some bum apples in the barrel.
Oh, maybe.
Look, Blaine, some people become cops that shouldn't be cops. They think the job is easy, and then they find out too late that it's not easy. And then they get into debt, like a lot of people do, and things get really bad, and they think that maybe they can get out of it some other way. So there's always some chink in the armor.
Maybe it happens that way sometimes.
Blaine, I'm gonna find some cops in Bay City. I'm telling you, I will.
The invoice clearly states 4,000, not 14. Well, it's very simple. You send a truck to the printing plant and pick up the other 10,000. No, I'm sorry. We can't truck it to you because it wasn't our mistake. I beg your pardon, I did... Well, I do suggest that next time you read your orders more carefully. Yes, call Mr. Brown at the printing plant and make arrangements with him. Yes. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Liz.
Yes, Cecile. All right, I'll be right in.
Cecile will just have to wait a moment.
But this is a business
I
office.
want to talk to you about a very important personal matter,
But
Liz.
business comes
You
first.
seem to have a lot of time to talk about personal matters.
I beg your pardon?
I just came from Cecile, and she wanted to talk to me about Philip at your request, Liz. So we're going to finish that right now.
Finish it?
One way or the other.
Why are you so angry?
I don't want you talking about me behind my back.
But that isn't what I've done.
It's exactly what you've done.
Oh, I knew you would take this all wrong.
It's the only way I can take it, for heaven's sake.
I was just looking out for your welfare.
Well, then you come to me and discuss it with me instead of going to that killer in Mac's office.
That isn't a very nice thing to say about Cecile.
Well, I could say a lot worse about her, believe me.
Oh, I think you're being very unfair to her.
Me? Unfair to Cecile?
Cecile is so fond of you,
I know
dear.
exactly how fond she is of me, but we'll discuss that at another time.
I've been telling you for months she is on your side.
Liz, I want you to stay out of my personal affairs, and that includes discussing them with other people.
Oh, Pat, dear, I'm your family.
That doesn't give you the right to meddle in my life.
You act as if it's my doing.
Well, it isn't.
No, Jim and Mary Ann have pulled me into it.
We're talking about Philip. You know it.
Oh, Philip Lyons. That's why you're acting so irrational.
I'm not acting irrational. I'm furious at you for discussing my life with Cecile, of all people.
I know you've been under a strain.
Oh, I suppose you discussed my strain with Cecile, too.
No, but I know that Philip is part of the problem. That's very clear to me, and I want just to help to protect you about it because I care so much about you.
If I hear that you have talked to Cecile about me ever again, we're through. Tell me that you understand that.
Yes, I don't agree with you, but I do understand.
Ada, I didn't notice your car outside.
Oh, Charlie dropped me off.
Well, we could have picked you up on our way to the courthouse.
Oh, well, I wanted to check on Rachel.
How do you think she looks?
Better than I expected.
She's trying so hard to hide her fears.
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty terrifying experience.
Yes, it is.
How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm a little worried about the time.
Well, she'll be ready.
She with Amanda?
No, I told her to get another different coat. You know, it's a lot colder out than she thought.
Oh, good. Charlie's not going to the courthouse.
No, not today.
Wish there was some way we could keep the public from coming.
Yeah, did you talk to Brian about it?
I did. He said he could request a closed session, but he didn't think it was worth the trouble that it was going to cause.
Zachary Colton would go crazy if he didn't have a big audience.
I'm afraid the public is going to accommodate him, too.
He's getting to be a regular fixture on the front page of the newspapers.
Much to his delight, I'm sure.
Does Vivian have to testify today?
No. Brian isn't certain when she's going to be called.
Well, listen, I talked to Clarice, you know, and she said that she'd be glad to come and take care of Amanda, you know, when Vivian has to go to court.
Well, that's very kind of her.
You don't have to give her much notice, you know. She'll just come, you know, you call her when you need her.
All right. I'll tell Vivian. She's been very concerned about it.
She must be a nervous wreck about testifying, huh?
Yeah, well, she's afraid she's going to hurt Rachel's case.
I wish Jamie could be in court today.
Well, I suggested that he turn over his duties to someone else and get some time off, but he says it's just too much for him to do there.
Yeah, well, he can't be in two places at once, can he?
He's all bogged down because I'm not there.
Rachel needs you today more than she needs Jamie.
We're going to see her through this ordeal, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. It's gonna be an ordeal for you, too. Remember that.
Now you're starting to sound like Jamie and Rachel do.
Yeah, well, you know, those newspapers, I think, are only the coming attractions.
I know Colton is going to get very rough.
He'll go just about as far as he can. It's not going to be easy, Mac.
Well, you know, reading all the innuendos in the paper about Rachel and Mitch, I guess maybe that's kind of prepared me for it.
Yeah, well, he's not going to bother with innuendos anymore, you know? I mean, his whole case depends on proving that Mitch and Rachel were having an affair, and that's why she followed him to St. Croix. It could get very nasty.
Perhaps. But there are two things I'm positive of. That Rachel loves me, and that she's innocent.
Well, Colton is gonna try to prove that both of those things aren't true.
There's nothing in the world that could shake my faith in Rachel's love or her innocence. Nothing.
Now, calm down, Pat. You just tell me what happened.
I can't stop it shaking.
You went into Mac's office. You had a meeting with Cecile. Now, is that what you're so upset about?
It's not just Cecile.
What is it, then?
It's my Aunt Liz.
What about her?
I just didn't think she'd do anything like that to me. I just can't believe it.
What did she do?
I need a drink.
You don't need a drink, Pat. Pat, you don't need a drink. Now, tell me, what did Liz say?
She's talking about me behind my back.
To Cecile?
Yes.
Well, maybe Cecile just made that up because she knew it would upset you.
No, I confronted her, and she says that she's just trying to protect me.
From me?
Yes.
Right?
She has no right to discuss my life with anybody, especially Cecile.
Okay, now, let's just relax about this. It's over. We're going to forget it.
Forget it? I'm so furious I don't care if I ever see her again. It's how dare
No,
you
wait.
something
Pat,
like
please, wait. You're blaming the wrong person. It's not Liz who should be blamed. It's Cecile.
No, my aunt told me that she asked Cecile to talk to
But you know how Cecile operates. She's been setting up Liz for a long time. She's flattering her, pretending her loyalty to Mac. Now, if anything's going to get Liz, it's this loyalty thing with Mac.
Why are you defending her?
I'm not defending her. She's a victim. Cecile's using her. I feel sorry for her.
It's just all so humiliating. I'm just so embarrassed.
Stop. Did you tell her how you felt?
Yes.
Okay, then. It's over. Now, come on, we're going to forget this, huh? Come on.
It doesn't make any difference. I'm falling apart.
Stop it. Stop it. You're not falling apart. Now, while I'm here holding you.
I need a drink.
You don't need a drink. You've been without a drink for days. Pat, please.
As soon as I remember, all the time I'm trying to dry out my hand is clotting again.
Be listen to me. She thought she was helping you, Pat.
I don't need that kind of help.
I know you don't, but you're strong. Don't you understand that? You're strong enough to stand up to her.
Look at me, Philip. I'm not strong anymore. I'm weak. I can't hold on. I need a drink. I can't.
Please. Listen. Just listen. I'm here, huh? I'm holding you. You feel me? And we're going to go through this together, okay?
Liz, do you know where that Collins memo is?
I put it over here under the blue. I remember it had my special clip in, so
What's
I remember.
the matter with you?
I can only just say this once. You and I can never discuss Pat again.
I'm sorry.
So am I. Here it is.
You and Pat had an argument.
It was terrible, absolutely terrible.
And no wonder you're so upset.
Well, I mean, her anger was frightening. I have never seen anything like it before.
Well, she probably just said a lot of things she didn't really mean.
She meant every single word she said.
Liz, why don't you please sit down and just try to relax?
No, I'm all right.
Oh, Liz. I do hope that you'll forgive me.
Forgive you?
Yes, if I had handled that talk with Pat better.
I asked you to warn Pat about Philip. It's my mistake.
Well, I don't think it was a mistake.
Well, Pat certainly thinks so. She wants to handle her own affairs from now on.
Well, that would be an even greater mistake.
But it's what Pat wants.
Well, I am not going to abandon you or Pat. Both of you mean too much to me.
Oh, Cecile.
Do you want Philip to keep Pat in his clutches, so to speak?
No, of course not. He's a dreadful man.
She's very vulnerable these days, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
If we don't help her, well, she doesn't stand a chance.
I know, but she doesn't want any help with her problems.
She wants Philip's help.
Yes, I guess that's what she is counting on.
And what about when he leaves town? He's inherited a fortune from the Duchess of Essex. So how long do you think he's going to plan to stay in Bay City?
Her heart will be broken.
Suppose he decides to take her to Europe. And then he gets bored with her and he just drops her there. It could happen, Liz.
But I tried, you see, and she wants to be on her own. And so now if she gets hurt, she's going to get hurt.
Look, there's a way that we can help without Pat knowing. And I promise I won't repeat a word that you say to me. I'm only interested in helping her.
I know you are.
So from now on, everything we say will just be between the two of us. All right?
If you can't abandon her, I certainly can't abandon her, can I? Oh, thank you.
Mac, why don't you sit down and try to relax?
Am I making you nervous?
No, but you're wearing out the rug.
Don't you think one of us ought to go up and check on Rachel?
Well, Vivian said that she was on her way down.
Okay. Brian said if we get there too early, we'll just have to wait outside in the corridors anyway.
Are we going to Brian's office?
Yeah. He's going to take us in a side door to the building so we avoid as many reporters as possible.
Oh, boy.
Rachel isn't too good with reporters. I hope they don't set her off.
Well, we are there to protect her.
I'd give anything to change places with her so she wouldn't have to go through this.
I know you would, dear. I feel the same way.
Is he caught out front?
Yeah, all ready, honey.
Amanda wanted me to stay and take her for a walk. Is the coat all right?
Yes, honey, yes, it's just fine.
Well, I guess it's time.
Yes, it's time.
Don't be afraid for me. I'm innocent.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Another World.